Brazil, India, Spain, Thailand, USA, USSR, Japan, 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 Japan. Round one. Fight, fight, fight you. Fight. You win. Perfect.
We're live. All right, guys. Welcome back to episode what, Cody? 4?
4.
Episode 4 of the Pixel Portal podcast.
And we have
a couple of
new
guests.
people today.
Couple of guests.
Yeah,
New people.
new people.
Right. So right here we have Cheyenne. Cheyenne is one of our employees, and she was super excited about being on stream, so we brought her on today. She'll interject when she can, and we'll ask her a few questions. She can ask some, and we'll get involved. We also have Gabbah. So a lot of people in the Smash community probably know Gabbah. He's a player, and he's also he's kind of a hype man. So
somewhat respected.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
I'm not gonna go that far, but I'll say.
Respect that.
You know what? Just you wake up in the mirror. You wake up in the morning. You look in the mirror. You say,
like
"I'm important.
I
I'm
like what I
somebody."
see.
All right, yeah,
Okay.
that's all right. It's
That's
okay.
fine enough.
It's
known,
okay, Gabbah.
not necessarily respected, but known. But known. So.
No, but thanks for being here, Gabbah. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
And of course, Xavier, store manager over there on the end.
What's up? I don't even know. Where's the camera at?
This one over here.
Too
That one,
bright.
What's up?
Right?
Yeah.
Just like
Oh, and we didn't let everybody know her nickname, by the way.
Oh, it's she has a few of them, but
It's
there's
Chewy.
Chewy, Shy.
So if
I was
if
practicing how to do that and I couldn't get it down.
If I make a Wookiee sound,
Wait,
if
okay,
I say
now we
Chewy,
got to hear the practice.
Oh.
Close enough.
that was good. That was good.
But we do have Cody today as well. Cody, can you? There you go. There he is.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
I'm right here now because there's not enough room up on stage.
Cody is the maestro. He
And
gotta make
I've
sure.
I've got all the craziness
Man
here. Here,
behind
let's
the
see if you can
screen.
see. I got the soundboard down over here. And I got all the you can't turn it, but yeah, all the editing production software over here. But yeah,
you got it.
just chilling.
So first things first
Get to it.
on the podcast, big huge announcement. We do have a date to open, so June 10th.
June 10th, everyone.
June 10th, Pixel Portal is back. June 10th, Pixel Portal's back. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
Yeah, there
Our
you
studio
go.
audience, live studio audience.
June 10th is what? Is that a
Wednesday. It
What's
is
a
a Wednesday.
Oh, it's a Wednesday.
Our
Oh,
normal
okay.
Smash day. Of
Yeah.
course, we're not running a Smash tournament, but RIP Smash. But they're coming back. They're coming back.
Coming back?
So June 10th, we'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be open our regular hours, which is 2 to 10 p.m. And we're gonna stick with our regular pricing. So it's 5 for an hour, 8 for 2, and 10 for an all day. Now, if you did buy our T-shirt, or if you have one of our T-shirts until the end of summer, for supporting me, I want to support you. I'm giving you
Where's
$2
yours?
off of the all day pass.
Dang.
Yeah. Right.
Way to
go,
Gabbah. Way to go.
$2
Hater.
off
I
on the
just got
of the
mine.
all day
Stop.
pass. So yeah, we're excited about opening. We're excited to get back to work. I know Cheyenne and Xavier, Cody can all speak to,
Yeah.
attest. Like even in our group chat, it's like I can't wait. I mean, we're all talking about it. We're excited to be back,
There's
and
the shirts.
we're excited for you to come back. So that's a big deal. And I know I get at least 15 calls a day or more sometimes. Are you guys open? When are you opening? And it's coming.
Yeah.
It's
So
coming
that's,
real
we
soon.
now have an answer to the
Finally.
question
Yeah.
we get.
Yeah, when they call now, I go June 10th.
June 10th, you guys.
10th,
Next
yeah.
Wednesday.
And I'm going to say that was a really long time and really hard to wait not to open, because I almost felt like, have you seen those, like the salon owner in Dallas who like just opened the door? She's like, I don't care what's happening, blah, blah, blah. But, I didn't want to do that. But at the same time, it's hard to
Man,
sit
I
there.
was tempted to do that.
Yeah,
I was so
it's hard to
tempted do
sit
that.
there and just watch, basically almost about to lose your dream because someone's telling you can't open. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're almost there. We made it through, and hopefully people respond and they're brave enough to come out and come enjoy some games at the Pixel Port. We have a lot of new stuff. A lot of things have been happening during quarantine, so we've done what we can do to level up and get our place, as clean and gaming friendly as we could. So, X, you want to talk about some of the stuff that we've done to?
Okay, so kind of to, I guess, put everybody's mind at ease as far as is it safe to come back? What precautions are we taking to come back? One, we still have hand sanitizer stations all over the place. So, I mean, I think any corner you turn, just about any edge of each row, is just going to be hand sanitizer for you to keep your hands clean. And, of course, you can always wash your hands.
That's the thing too. I do remember someone saying like you should you should really only use the hand sanitizer like 2 or 3 times, and you should wash your hands.
Yeah, wash your hands, yeah.
So I mean, they're there, play a few games, and go wash your hands. You should still do that. Yeah.
Now, of course, masks are encouraged. We do want you guys, to wear masks if you're comfortable with it. All of the staff will be wearing masks. We're not going to require it for customers that come
But
in.
it's recommended.
Yeah, but it's
But
definitely
it's
recommended.
definitely recommended. Yeah.
We even the city gave us a face shield too to protect the employees behind the register.
gosh.
So yeah, Chewy, you've got a shield that you can hide behind.
Chewy has a face shield.
Jeez.
Shields at 80% and holding, Captain.
Yeah, shields at 100%. Yeah, shields intact. There you go. And then we even got this cool little toy here. You know what, Chewy? I didn't check you today. It's a
Thanks.
yeah.
Watch, it's gonna be like super high.
97.7.
Dang.
I was 97 flat.
Yeah, Gabbah was at 97. I was 97.1. Mark, did I
not
do you,
normal.
Mark?
97.7.
But I'm just hot, bro.
Oh, you're
96.3.
96.3. You're the least hot
I'm the
person.
least hot
You're the
person
least
here.
hot person
Oh
here,
my
so-
God. Did that thing just call me ugly? I think it
But
did.
yeah, this thing,
little
yeah.
bit,
So and it's contactless. You just got to be a couple feet away. Just aim it at the forehead and temperature. So if anybody is, I guess, reading a higher temperature than usual,
Yeah.
we will politely let you know, like, hey, your temperature's a bit high.
Or
You
can't allow you.
yeah,
in,
we can't.
Unfortunately,
It's for health and safety. We can't allow you.
If
in,
you
so-
have a temperature, stay home. I mean,
Yeah,
you're,
yeah.
you're gonna know if you feel like crap. So.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll be wearing gloves too. I mean, I think we've taken every precaution that we can, even in cleanliness, wiping down, the arcades, the buttons, joysticks,
Right.
social distancing. We will be at 50% capacity.
Yeah, once we open, we're at 50%. So for me, that's about 115 people,
But
which is it's a good
Wow.
amount. That's a
Yeah,
good
it's
amount.
still a good
it's a good
amount,
amount,
Yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
So yeah, so opening on the 10th. Again, you guys should feel safe and comfortable here. We're taking all the precautions we can. We ask that everybody else does too. But yeah, we'll see you on the 10th, and I'm just excited, man.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
super excited. So
I'm gonna
And
interject
there's
here
there-
too, but I am extremely
I know.
excited.
Cody's like rowdy excited.
It's weird not seeing Cody's face though.
I know.
I'm
There
right
he
here.
is. Oh, there he is.
If you want me to, I can just keep myself up here, but I'm just standing here just listening to y'all talk.
Enjoying the show.
Yeah, it's the first time I've gotten to watch this.
I know.
Oh, okay. Well, then enjoy the show, Cody. Enjoy the show. All right, but yeah, so that's all the, I guess, the COVID prep that we can do,
Yeah.
that we have done.
That's our big announcement.
Yeah.
So we're open.
We are open.
June 10th.
June
We're
10th.
open. Yeah, we're open.
Spread the
June 10th.
word. Spread the word.
So there's a couple things we want to talk about. We want to talk about some delayed releases. I know Sony had an announcement that they wanted to, preview the PS5
The
or whatever.
reveal
The reveal.
of the
What it's
PlayStation
actually going
5,
to look
yeah.
like, I
I
think.
haven't seen
and-
anything on it.
I saw the
Yeah.
controller the other day.
Yeah, the controller looks pretty
Controller's
sick.
nice. I
It was a
saw
white
that-
one, right? Like it's kind of white.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was,
Yeah.
Kinda
they released the
spaceshipy.
gameplay footage as well,
Yeah,
and that looked really, really good.
yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen any gameplay footage yet.
That ray tracing is
Yeah.
legit. It looks,
I was like,
man.
What
it
are launch?
looks-
Do we even know
looks-
launch titles yet? Chewy,
Nothing
do you know
yet.
what a launch title is?
No.
That was a deer in the headlights. Total deer in the
Wait, hold
headlights.
on,
Look at that. There's a car coming.
It's a game that's going to be released with the system when it releases. So
So that's a launch title. So the launch title is a game that comes out with the system.
Oh, okay.
So what did PS4
Okay.
have?
Fortnite.
Launch title.
Did not have Fortnite.
Sound like you're serious. Fortnite.
She's trying. She's trying.
I don't remember what PS4 had. I remember Xbox 360 very well because Xavier and I worked at GameStop when that came out, and I remember just being like, "Ooh, the new generations!" And
Yeah.
they had like Perfect Dark. I think Halo was one of the ones, and but yeah, I haven't heard anything about the PS5 yet. Honestly, all I've heard is that they were gonna announce it.
Yeah, unfortunate, because I mean the PS5 was looking to be like the premier reveal event for the
Right.
summer, compared to like the Xbox. What's that gonna be called? The Xbox.
The Xbox X series
The
or
Xbox
something?
X series?
I think it's
why
what it's
can't they
called.
just keep it like
Just
PlayStation does,
just
right?
go
They're
in
difficult.
by number.
You went from
numerical,
360, I think, to 1, like
And then
Xbox,
X,
then 360,
and
and
then
then
1
1,
X, and then all this weird. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean the PS5 was very highly touted. I was actually very excited to
Yeah.
see it because I'm a big PlayStation person,
Right.
and unfortunately due to what's going on in the world, the circumstances,
Yeah, I guess they delayed it because all the, the rioting and they just felt
And
like right now
everything's-
was not a time
Yeah.
for a
and everything's
celebration.
been
Yeah.
getting pushed back. I know Call of Duty as well was supposed to have their season release yesterday,
Right.
and that also got pushed back.
Oh yeah, a
as
lot
well-
of those
as
have.
well as
I-
the mobile series.
Fortnite did. I think Apex did. A few
I
of
mean,
them just
it's-
delayed all their.
It's all
their
in good taste.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
is.
Oh,
There's
for sure.
everything going on right
Yeah.
now, but
Yeah,
it is unfortunate.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, and hopefully, this stuff is able to work itself out, and we can come back together as a people, right? Like I think it's important.
100%.
So, we also have some announcements for the Smash community, I guess you could
Oh,
say.
yeah.
So.
Do you have a drum roll? Can we
Yeah.
cue a drum roll? If we
Or,
have it.
or a fart.
I'm-
Either or.
I don't. I
Or a
don't.
fart.
A fart roll. You have a fart roll? Is that
I
it?
say I
Is that
don't
even-
have a sound effect for a drum roll. I think I have this.
Okay, that's close
Because
enough.
RTO is a joke.
That's
Wow.
Hey, whoa, hold on. hey, hold up. That was good.
So
That
in,
was well timed,
in
well
case
timed.
you haven't figured it out, Gabbah will be the new TO.
Okay, come on now.
That was perfect. That was
Gabbah's
amazing.
perfect. Gabbah will be the new TO. We needed a light. We really needed
Right,
a light
just a little
right there.
spotlight right here.
Just turn off all the lights and just have the one on him.
So does that make you like Smash Jesus now?
I know,
I would hope
right?
so. I would hope
Right.
so. I now have the
Jeez.
rain, so I would hope that I'll be in
Alright,
charge.
alright,
Yeah.
cool.
So latest, new TO for Pixel Portal moving forward will be
Gabbah.
So yeah.
All right, Gabbah. Go ahead, Gabbah. Speech. No,
So
right?
I am honored. All right.
Turn
All
off,
right,
sorry.
Cody, turn the soundboard off.
I got it.
Keep going, Cody. Keep
All
going.
right. So starting Wednesdays, I am now, taking over Pixel Portals, and I am honored. Appreciate you, Mark,
Oh, yeah.
Xavier,
Mhm.
Cody on the. He found the play.
That was just for Mark.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
But yeah, I am excited to run tournaments. I do have a history of running tournaments. I used to TO back in Laredo.
Okay.
I ran them pretty well. I would like to say I enjoyed my tournaments as well as many people did. And looking to make that change that we need, that San Antonio change, because
Right.
this is the ideal venue. This is the venue I've always wanted to be a part of.
Thank you.
The venue I've always
you.
wanted to
Wow.
be able to run. Not
Sweet.
run, but have
Right.
to be able to partake in it.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
And I am honored. I was excited when I heard the opportunity was there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it.
Cool.
Because, I mean, even then when y'all first opened, I was like, yo, this is the venue. Like, this is my venue now.
Right.
Like, this is the go-to for me because otaku, I mean, it's fun. It's a good venue. Not my scene. Something with more... I'm a very loud person.
Right.
Y'all know me.
Oh,
I
are you?
talk. I'm outgoing.
Right.
A little bit. I'm outgoing.
It's
So,
a different vibe. Otaku,
it's a
I love
different
those
vibe.
guys. Those guys are
Yeah.
actually my very
Rick
good friends.
Rick
The
and
Ricks.
Rick, we love you
Rick
guys.
and Richard, we love you.
Yeah.
It's just it is a different scene. It's an anime store. It's very they're niche to what they do,
It's
and they
fascinating.
do it very very
It's
well.
a great anime store.
Yeah, it's like
great anime.
that's my favorite anime store, and I go there. I've bought. A lot of these scrolls in this arcade are from Otaku Cafe. I would be in there like every week, like, hey man, you got anything new, Capcom, Darkstalkers? They're like, oh yeah, we got this. And I'm like,
You
"All right,
definitely
cool."
kept them in business
For
by
real.
buying all the candy, that's for sure.
Oh
Like,
my god, dude, those little purple sour things.
Yeah, the
Oh
sour
my
candies,
God,
yeah,
dude, they're
really
so
good.
good. So anyways, yeah, those guys are my friends, and it's a different venue. It's a different vibe,
different
and it's
scene.
cool. This is very loud. This is the arcade of the '80s with a little bit of the new stuff mixed in. And actually, what we're doing is, like all of you know, I'm sure a lot of you know, is we're going after that scene. Like I want there to be tournaments. I want people to want to come here and compete and play against each other and have a good time. And I want a hype man. So Gabbah, I think, is a good hype man. He will bring a lot to the scene.
And adding on to that, so we don't have a current set date for when we will begin tournaments. I'm still, this is all new. I just got hired, so
And we just found out we were going to be
contract
open.
in
we just
2
found out we're
days
gonna
ago.
open up. Yeah. So y'all just heard the same thing we did. So right now, eyeballing it. I'm looking at maybe like a mid-July, early July start date, and that's if everything's okay, if we're all settled and everything's going well.
Yeah, if the world hasn't
the
gone
world
to
has
shit.
come back to
Right,
normal. This year will finally
Sorry,
be normal.
cuss,
So,
Right.
but yeah, that's about it. That's the plan. That's what we're looking at. Maybe a mid-July, early July start date, and I am truly honored to be the new TO.
All right, cool. And also, I want to talk about coming up with coming back to competitive gaming, bringing that back to the portal. People coming back to do it. Like we've really gone after it. So I've talked with X, I've talked with Cody, upping our production game. So upping our tournament scene. Obviously, if you haven't noticed, we're using the Audio Technica headsets.
No more mic in front of me
Yeah,
that I've got to lean into.
Yeah, I mean,
Fancy.
it's really cool
Figured out
because
now.
because you
Very
can
good,
turn
Chewy.
your head, you can move around. You're not stuck to a microphone. And so I'm actually trying taking the steps to get the equipment that we need to be able to put on a very good high level stream production.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's important. Content creation. Cody and Xavier have sat here at this actually I think it was this table in the kitchen over there, and when they both got hired, and I talked to both of them, I said content creation.
This was the interview table.
This was the interview table. I told them content creation is where it's at. That's the future of gaming. That's the future of all these venues. You have to make content for people to watch.
And that's one of my favorite things too, is because the way I got the job. A quick little story. I'll try to make it quick. The way I got the job is like I said, because I worked with this gentleman right down here for a long time, and I do a lot of this media stuff. I work with OBS and streaming and all that stuff, and it's just something I was learning. And one day he called me and was just like, hey, there may be a job opportunity to be a social media person, or to run media for an arcade. Would you be interested? And at the time I lived in Utah, and I was like, well, nothing's working out here. If I can get down there by Sunday, can I get an interview? And he's like, of course. So I literally packed up everything I had Friday night, drove here over the weekend, got here Sunday, and then I think I had the interview like a Monday morning.
Monday, yeah.
And he was like, look, what I want to do is I just want to make this place, as much, included in social media and streaming and all the different outlets, because from looking at everything, looking at all these different companies and looking at all these different brands and stuff like that, the most popular, the most successful ones have a really good presence in social media and getting your name out there. And so that's what he hired me for. And I told him right away, I was like, look, I've never done this before, but I'm willing to try. So I was like,
and I was willing to let the learning curve happen because I believe in you could have. I mean, look at our border. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah. Did you guys notice the Pac-Man?
The Pac-Man, like that.
I actually created that. I'm really proud of myself because most of those things you could go online and you could search animated Pac-Man border or animated border for stream, stuff like that, and find one and download it. This one, I legitimately got all the pieces, everything there, put it into an editor software, cut it together, and then put it. So I'm proud of myself. I've got a few more in the mix of those too.
Can we cue the hand clap? Cue the
Cue the
hand clap.
Hand clap. Hand
Applause.
clap.
There you
That's
go.
for Tony.
Applause.
That's for
There you
Cody.
go. Oh,
Good job.
good job.
That's for Cody. That's for Cody.
So Cody's doing a great job. X is doing a good job. Glad to have Gabbah on board.
I did
don't know. I
nothing.
don't know
Welcome
why
aboard,
you're here.
Chewy.
Why are you here, Chewy?
Cheyenne's doing an okay job.
Just for
Why
the
are
record,
you
I
here?
didn't get an interview either, so I mean,
You didn't get an interview, did you?
I did.
That's right.
She
I
did.
kind of just walked in one day and was working.
I was like, all right.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I have a job.
He was like, "Hey,
Showed
can you
up.
come in?" I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, that's right. You know,
Yeah.
I need
We
someone.
need,
I
we
need
need
someone to
someone-
cover Saturday. Oh yeah, I'll be
But
there.
she learned pretty quickly. I think you learned it.
we need someone prettier than the two ugly guys that I've already hired to sit up front and greet people.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This isn't the face.
Yeah, neither is this.
No.
So
Sorry, Gabbah.
How has it been
Wait, what?
working here?
It has been so much fun. I think I'm not a gamer, but I think working here has pushed me out of my element to be a gamer, and it's just fun learning. I think your daughter challenges me to learn.
Right.
I mean, my boyfriend challenges me to learn. Everyone challenges me here to learn, so I think it's just a big learning
Well, this
experience.
is like the best freaking place to learn because
It really is, yeah.
It's
you're
all games
surrounded
here.
by
That's
hundreds
it.
of games.
It is. And I don't think you have to be a gamer to come here. I think you just need to be open-minded to have fun.
Yeah, most of the people
Try
that
it
that
out.
is,
Allow
that is
yourself
probably
to
one of the
have fun.
best lines I've heard.
Yeah.
Like about the portal, you don't have to be a gamer to come
No.
here.
Mhm.
You just have to be open-minded to have fun. Man,
But a lot of the people that
man,
aren't
I'm gonna put
gamers
that
that
on
do
a
show
damn
up.
t-shirt.
Write it
Somebody
down.
write
Write
that
it
down.
down.
Applause
Get that
sound. Applause sound. Somebody write that down.
Thanks.
That's your new quote right there. That's the quote for the store.
I'm not just the girl at the front.
Golly.
Not at
Have a
all.
personality as
X,
well.
you're out. You're out, bro. X, you're out.
I know, seriously.
Store manager.
Leaving.
Some of this-
Leaving. Just gonna go be emo again.
I know, right? I'm gonna grow my hair long. Oh, never mind.
Dang.
Oh my God.
As must.
Oh.
And I'm
Somebody-
gonna bow out on that one.
You got an issue, get a tissue, bro. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
When did it become pick on X Day?
I
don't
know, right? Just
Xavier's over here like,
Just who the hell do you think I
that one's a little loud, I apologize.
Cody's just like, I'm glad I'm not up there.
Was that Bakugo from My Hero? Who was
no,
that?
no, no, that was,
Oh, was it Kamina?
Kamina.
Okay.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
That's anime for you guys that don't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Anime.
Chewie, Cheyenne, she's
She's
like,
like-
okay.
I wish
That's the cartoon, right?
that's
Yes.
that's the
What's-
next
what's
feature.
anime?
That's the next feature I'm gonna get is like an instant zoom. So if someone's like spacing out or someone makes a face like that, I'm just gonna
It'll
zoom
always-
right into their
it'll always
face.
be on
Yes,
Cheyenne.
it'll always be me.
Her space face needs to be like a meme.
Their space face.
Yeah.
Put it on a T-shirt and sell it for anybody who wants it. Pixel Portal.
Space face.
Real quick,
Who?
just to kind of like get back on
Okay,
subject.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry not to be that guy, but
God,
with
man.
tournaments and Smash, I just wanted to point out that we are no longer charging a venue fee.
Yes.
Pixel Portal, we cannot actually charge a venue fee.
Right. Do
now-
some legalities
yeah,
with the city.
Yeah, with the city. So
Well, we came to an agreement that I can still host a tournament.
yeah,
I just cannot charge a venue fee. What I can charge you for is if you want to play my game. So the
Yeah.
venue is free to come play Smash.
yeah, on a
If-
Smash night.
If
yeah.
you want to play the games, it's $5.
Yeah.
I will give you half off of the all-day pass.
Now the TO can, I guess, set his own price for, I guess, tournament fee and payout, like how that's going to go. But I guess we can discuss that.
Yeah,
later, 'cause we really haven't finalized
when
anything,
yeah,
yeah.
when we have like
Yeah.
everything jotted down. 'Cause
Yeah.
right now, like I said, it's just brainstorming at this point. Right
Yeah.
now, we're just throwing ideas out and seeing what catches onto it. So at a later time, we'll have
Yeah. So, but I guess
Prices,
just to
hard
let everybody,
facts.
just to let everybody know, at least no venue fee at least. So,
Right.
So
Yeah.
tournaments will be a little more affordable for, I guess, everybody to come out.
and then now everybody can show up. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
They're not being charged
Yeah.
venue, so it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
$5 less you gotta pay
Yeah. Come eat.
to go 0-2.
Yeah, I hope you'll still support me.
Yeah. We still support.
I hope you'll buy a hot dog or something.
pickles. We have nachos too.
I'm not saying like don't support me. I'm hoping you support me.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
But I do. I really I'm excited like for tournaments to come back and the scene and all that.
So am I.
I really enjoyed it.
And I mean, after everything's been going on, like we don't even know what the
Yeah.
future of gaming's gonna look like. At least
Right.
hand-to-hand gaming.
Right.
IRL. We don't know what's gonna
Well,
look like.
that's
It might be different.
that's the thing is like people are really upset about Evo being online because you can't get a lagless game online.
Yeah. Not everybody has the same internet.
It's
yeah.
almost impossible
I-
in
I-
any game.
I
Yeah.
said I thought it was a bad idea. I was like, just
Yeah.
cancel it. I
Just
I understand a lot of money goes into it,
Right.
but you're not the only person losing money. Look at every other regional that had to have been canceled.
I
we had
agree.
2GG
Yep.
get canceled all tournaments. Even in Texas, Low Tier City, Low Tier
Yeah.
Expo, which is gonna happen in Dallas, supposed to be next month,
Mhm.
had to cancel.
Got
And-
canceled,
and
yeah.
my good friend Trey runs those tournaments, and he lost out on a lot of
And
money.
see, that's what I'm wondering is if Evo maybe took money from sponsors, and they're like, okay, well, we don't want to give the money back, or we don't have the money anymore. We have to put something on,
Yeah.
and here's what they came up with. But I know that it's the players are kind of upset from I am not an
Even then, if you win this Evo, there's gonna be
Does
an
it really
asterisk
count?
on your name.
Does it
We're
really
gonna
count?
have an
Asterisk
asterisk
now?
It's not gonna
Well,
be
they-
an Evo win.
And I think they've even region locked the game. So if you play Street Fighter, like you're only playing Street Fighters, you're region locked into to your region.
So it's basically a monthly.
Yeah,
at
it's
that
basically
point.
like a big monthly, and
Like
then
Mitch.
as you progress, so someone from New York wouldn't play somebody from California,
Mhm.
That
which
sucks.
would normally happen just from the draw. I mean, you might end up playing
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah,
like
the
that, but
random seed,
random
you know,
draw,
but-
yeah. So I can see why people are upset. I can see why people are like, so I don't know.
It's unfortunate because like I mean,
Yeah.
we all agree on this. Like,
Yeah, COVID sucks.
Yes, COVID does. suck. Not the time for tournaments, and even then,
Yeah.
like the smart decision would have been to just cancel the whole thing.
Right.
Because now, you don't want to win Evo online because you can't talk about that. You can't be like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I won Evo 2020. But like, didn't the world end in 2020? That doesn't
I know,
count.
right?
Like, nobody remembers that, dude.
So the apocalypse tournament is that,
Yeah,
is that
the
what we should
apocalypse
dub it now?
tournament, yeah.
The last tournament we ever did.
Wild, dude, wild.
So yeah,
Just
And then
I'm just
Adding on to that, Smash got cut from Evo.
yeah.
Smash didn't
Yeah.
even
They
make
got
it
How do you
onto
snubbed.
feel
Evo.
about that?
I personally agree wholeheartedly. I think it's a great idea because Smash, Nintendo, you have the worst internet of all time. Your Wi-Fi, your servers are
Hint,
dog meat.
hint.
Everyone knows this.
Nintendo, hint,
It
hint.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Everyone, all top players have tweeted it. People that play the game have tweeted it. Everyone adding Nintendo, they don't care. Y'all don't care about your online services, and that's fine. Just don't be upset that y'all are getting cut out of the big things because
Here's what I don't
Smash-
understand. Let me just say something. Here's what I don't understand, just from a business point of view, because I'm a business person. From a business point of view, at Evo last year, you had 3,500 entrants, the largest amount of entrants for any game that you had at Evo. So why wasn't Nintendo looking at that and going, holy crap, there's a lot of people who play our damn
It's the
game.
biggest draw.
Let's put some money into our net code. Let's fix our net code so that these people can play online, at least to the level
They've had a
of
year.
Tekken and
They've
Street
had a
Fighter.
whole
They've had a
year.
whole year to do it, and they
nothing,
don't.
Nothing.
It's like if
Nothing.
it's almost like if they're throwing the middle finger at the players, and that's
instead-
what I don't understand.
Instead, Sakurai's over here tweeting out about the next DLC fighter. Like, we don't want the DLC fighter right now.
We
No
want
one-
netcode.
We can't even use them.
Yeah, we want
Like,
net code.
how are we gonna use them? We can't go out. We can't play online with the new characters. So what's the point of teasing it if you're not gonna fix our only platform to play on?
That's
all we have
really
left.
sucks.
Smash player, all we have right now is Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's it. Or playing with your little brother who you destroy on the weekends. That's
Yeah.
all you have. Like, that's all.
Why are
we
you
have.
crying? Why are you
Put
crying?
the controller up. Let's
Put
run
the
it.
controller
Come on.
up. Why are you crying? I'm gonna toughen you up.
I mean, it was the same thing with me. Like, my older brother would just trash me in Madden growing up, and I
Right.
hated Madden. But he wanted someone to play with,
Right.
And online was never a thing at our house, especially being, the 2000s, early 2000s internet wasn't fun. If anybody remembers that, it was just not good. So,
It's all dial-up.
how I feel about that, I think it's a good idea. Smash has no business being a part of Evo Online, especially when our online services are damn near non-existent.
But it
Speaking
just
of which,
sucks that you go from like the number one
It is.
entrant game
Look
to
at
being
the
snubbed.
drop. It's crazy,
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a good thing as well because maybe they'll catch on to it.
Yeah.
Maybe Nintendo will be like, okay, maybe this is bad. Maybe
Right.
we should fix this.
Right.
Because I mean, it's kind of ridiculous that your best-selling game, Nintendo of all time, or possibly of all time,
Definitely
is
the
not-
biggest draw.
won't be included. Definitely
Right.
the biggest draw. Has usually surpasses the amount of expected entrants every tournament. Ultimate was easily the best Smash game of all time. It's
Right.
great. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Some people don't like it, personal preference, but
Right.
overall, record sales, attendance sales, it's the best game of all time.
Yeah.
The best Smash game, and you can't deny that.
Yeah.
So what's a more
hopefully-
fun tournament, a Smash tournament or an FGC tournament? Let's talk
So
some trash.
I've only been to one. I've only been to one FGC tournament.
To be honest with you, it's the age difference is the most. I would
Yeah,
say with
'cause-
FGC, it's a lot more older guys,
yeah,
and
yeah.
the Smash community is a
It's
younger
more of like
crowd,
the
but it's
growing,
it's
yeah.
more.
boomers and non-boomers. I guess.
Boomer,
More
non-boomer.
boomer, yeah, Gen Z, and So
But
when
I do like the FGC crowd.
Drinking
Man.
Starbucks.
They get very intense
They
too.
get very intense. Yeah.
By the way, real quick, in chat, Morris E. White said that he saw an article on Ken's 5 with Mark in it. I did queue it up as a video, but it's the Leon Valley helping small businesses.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of skimmed through it. It looks like at the end they just hand you a check as a photo opportunity,
Yeah.
and then that's it. So
Look
I
at
mean, I did look at
you.
it, but
at you.
thought I'd bring it up.
That's why we're still here.
And by the way,
that
Chew,
check is holding me alive right now.
Chewy.
It's keeping me up.
Hi.
Brian put Chewy's face right now with the laughing emoji, because I think I noticed it too. But at one moment you were just like staring straight forward, like I know everything that they're talking about right now, which is kind of funny.
She's like, did I leave the iron?
You know
on?"
what?
I'm
Right.
like nodding my head like.
Last
yeah,
week
yeah.
I was late. Who was late today?
Not me. I was
Oh.
here at 1 o'clock on the dot.
You may have
what-
parked at 1 o'clock, but you walked in the door at around 1:06, 1:07.
Can we let people know what made you late today?
It's sitting on the table right
Traffic.
now.
It's right in front of you.
Traffic.
You guys, I ordered ahead and there was a line.
And
I
where was
was
this again?
Starbucks lines. are
Welcome
no
to
joke, though.
quarantine.
Starbucks.
I know, right?
I was prepared.
Those
Okay, but
Starbucks lines are no
Star-
joke.
No,
Starbucks
for
let me
real.
down.
Xavier had a picture the other day. We went to Hobby Lobby, remember?
Oh my God.
There
yeah.
was 25 cars, and it was like all the way
Yes.
into Hobby Lobby
Yeah.
to get a dang
Starbucks.
coffee.
Starbucks.
Yep.
Yeah. And Cane's. It was the same way. I was like, God.
I'm late.
Yeah. It was like 1:45. I was like, darn it.
And I already paid.
Yeah, and I couldn't get down. I was going to call them and be like, can you bring my coffee out?
Oh, you're gonna go Karen on them.
Yes.
No,
I had my glasses
Karen,
ready.
Karen would have just immediately started complaining. And ask.
Banging on the door.
Asking is way too much for a Karen.
Yep, you're right on that.
Anybody named Karen? I'm sorry.
So did you have any questions for us?
Wait.
Wait.
I did tell
Wait.
people to write down
Wait.
lists of
I
stuff.
almost wish we could pull up the group chat right now.
Wait, I had
From last week.
questions.
She's
Like,
From
I have
last
so
week.
much stuff.
I have so much stuff. I wrote all my questions down.
Wait, I had questions, but then it'd be like an interview, and that's kind of like boring.
Oh, okay.
Interview. Like,
Yeah.
You can ask some questions.
Well, I went online to see what podcast questions there are, and they're like, "So, how did you start your
Google
business?"
Okay, yeah, Mark. So
What?
how did you start your business?
How did I start my bit? Have we talked about
I don't think we have.
No.
I mean, like from
Story
the
time.
reason why you started getting into arcades is I like that story, but I don't think we've mentioned it on the podcast.
Officials in Leon Valley are jumping into action to help
okay.
Hold on,
businesses
hold
forced
on.
to
Hold on.
close during the pandemic.
I don't know
They
why
They work
it's
behind the scenes
I
to
heard that.
designate grant money. Eyewitness News.
boom. The video went live for some strange reason. I apologize. See, I told you when things go
It's a learning
live,
curve.
it's a learning curve.
That's right.
But
It's a
at
live
least
broadcast.
that was that video I queued up, and
Okay,
it just
okay.
randomly pressed play.
You wait. It said
on
starting
random.
in 10 seconds.
I was like, what's happening? What's happening, guys?
So how did I start?
And it kind of also goes into our question from last week.
Oh yeah.
okay.
We have to announce the winner. But sorry.
I didn't know when, but yeah,
Oh,
continue
man.
telling the story.
Good segue.
So I'm gonna. That's it. All right, I'm mad. Oh, Baby Yoda. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Baby Yoda. I'm sorry. He's still smiling. So I started. Someone gave me a game when I was in college. Someone gave me. We were going tubing. Went to his house to pick up like the tubes to go rafting and stuff, and he had a Defender in his garage, and I was like, "Is that a Defender?" He's like, "Yeah." He was like, "You want it?" And I was like, "What do you mean, do I want it?" He's like, "Yeah, do you want it? It's been sitting out for like 10 years. It doesn't work." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I took it home, and this was before YouTube and all that stuff, and I started getting on forums, and I was like typing.
So it's like what, like the 70s?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Or,
like
late
mid-70s,
Late
yeah.
70s, what is it? No, it's like 2000. This guy, freaking boomer. So
Cheyenne space again. Like,
I wasn't
know,
even
right?
born.
we
I
know.
We know.
So I started, typing back and forth, talking to like just email back and forth, text, check this, do that, whatever. And it was one of those lucky things where it ended up being a fuse, right? So
Something
I put
simple.
a fuse in and it fired up, and after that I was hooked. So I started like just, this was before Craigslist, so I was in the newspaper looking at ads.
Oh wow.
I was hitting up all the washaterias in my area, trying to get a number. Hey, who's this? Hey, are you selling any games? And so that was kind of the bug, my introduction into arcades. And then as far as like this arcade, actually kind of when I started Toyota, I started thinking about actually opening an arcade. So a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine once told me, everybody scrambles to be the best, but like, what are you gonna do when you get there? Like when you get to the top, what difference are you gonna make? And so that's where I'm at. I'm like, I want to be the best arcade, but I want it to be like something for everybody. Like that's my thing. If you walk around my arcade, there is something for everybody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
what
think you-
Cheyenne said is perfect. Like
You've done a great job with that.
Yeah.
I mean, and one of the things I like to tell people whenever they show up too is one of my favorite things is when families come in and the parents will be with like 2 or 3 kids and they'll be like, hey, we're just gonna get a few passes for the kids and let them play, and then we'll ask them, are you sure you don't want to pass? And they're like, nah, I'm okay. I'm not really much of a gamer or so forth and so on, and then they'll go and walk around and
once they see the
90%
place.
of the time, 5 to 10 minutes later, they'll come over and they'll kind of just, hey, can we get a couple passes? I was like, what'd you see? What was the game?
What was the game? Yeah.
What was the game?
What did you win? Frogger.
Frog.
I didn't know you guys had that.
And
Frogger.
so going back to that story, the very first arcade cabinet you brought into this place last week.
First arcade cabinet.
What was the prize for that?
T-shirt.
It was a T-shirt.
Yeah.
So last week we asked a question on the podcast. We didn't get a lot of answers via the podcast, so I posted on all of our socials 2 days ago, stating what was the very first arcade cabinet that was put into this location. Mark?
It was actually a Pac-Man.
It was.
Pac-Man.
It was my Pac-Man.
The Pac-Man.
And so
Where?
through
Right
the
there.
Pac-Man.
It's right there.
It's right over here.
But when I brought it in, I took a
Like, where
pic. I put it like
Let me see. I might be able to get a picture.
I put a picture of it right in the very
In the
middle
center
of the room.
Yeah.
And I took a picture. This is before I painted. There was nothing in here. Like it was red floor and white
Only
walls
dust.
and-
The only thing in here
yeah,
was
it
dust.
Just dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't even have a women's restroom.
Oh yeah, yeah. That had
That was like a mechanical closet. So I put it right in the middle, and I was like, okay, I want to get like this means something. So I took a picture just to kind of memorialize
Yeah,
it.
like the beginning.
The
This is
beginning.
it, the
The
start.
beginning of my dream. This is when I took the plunge. I rolled the dice. I signed the lease. Threw all my money on it. You know, my 401k and everything, and that was the picture that started it. So it was a big deal.
Pac-Man. All
Yeah.
right. So who wins that then? Like, do we have?
The only person that got it right is Imran.
Imran.
Oh,
Yeah.
Imran.
Imran got it right.
I knew it would be an arcade guy.
Congratulations,
I
Emron.
knew
Good
it
job,
would be an
Imran.
arcade. Good job, Imran. Good job. Good
Yeah.
job.
Still waiting on my free Pixel Portal shirt.
Brian answered it right as well, but I
Brian
told
doesn't count.
I told
Brian's an
him that
employee.
exact same
I
thing.
think Brian helped me move it.
Yeah, right. Isn't he the one that had to bring it in? Yeah. He's an employee now, so no
Yeah.
Brian. Sorry.
Yeah, employees
yeah,
are exempt.
I was looking for the.
Although Brian has been Employee of the Month.
He's looking at you. He's not looking at me.
Brian, good job, bro. Employee of the Month for, I don't know, like throughout all of COVID. So
I
good
know,
job.
yeah, Brian actually helped
Good
a
job.
lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Good job,
Yeah.
Brian. Good job, Brian.
I was looking for a
Brian's
photo of
a
it, but I can't find
That's
the
alright.
photo of it that we have.
Yeah.
Chewy, you can be Employee of the Month. I don't
Just for the day, or for the record, we only have employee of the day, not the month.
know.
You know, we have employee of the month. The only time you're employee of the day is your birthday.
What?
Yeah.
I get employee of the day all the time when I'm here.
Who?
That-
Who,
this is
who
what
told you that? She's just sitting there by herself
tell
going,
you.
I'm employee of the day.
I've
I'm employee
decided.
of the day.
I've decided.
I know.
See, part of my management skills is you got to encourage people.
Oh
you got
my
to give them
God.
something.
So Xavier just comes in every day and
You know
just
what?
he tells everybody, you're the employee of the day.
Good job today.
But
man.
don't tell
Doing
anyone
great.
else.
Good job.
You're,
Yeah, don't
it's a secret.
I don't want them to think I favor you.
I don't- I don't-
Gabbah.
Sorry, Gabbah.
A couple other questions real quick. Brian asks, are we going to be doing the podcast with a live audience when we open back up?
Yeah.
We could possibly do
I
that.
want to.
We had
cool.
talked about it.
I
but
vote yes.
I vote yes, too. I don't see
say
why
no.
not. I think the only reason why we wouldn't is if for any reason, during the podcast, people start, shouting out
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like that. That's the only reason I can think not, but that would be easy enough
Yeah,
for
but
one of
most
us to
people-
kick them out.
If we could do like a Q&A part, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
A little
and
panel, right?
audience.
A
Yeah, a
little
little
Q&A
panel. Yeah.
So I have the photo. I can't open it up here on the computer, I don't think.
Oh, great
But there's the
quality.
picture
Wow.
of
Oh,
the.
wow.
I know.
Can't even
Shut up.
Oh, there you go. That kind of
Yeah.
clarified it. Yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
Pac-Man.
the lone Pac-Man.
Wow.
And
Just
the
chilling.
whole place was entirely white.
It was
All the
white, yeah.
walls were white,
All
and
the
they
ceiling.
went and painted it.
Yeah.
Just the one machine in the middle.
Me and X painted this whole place in 8 hours with a
With the-
professional paint sprayer.
Yeah, the sprayer, and we had that movable scaffolding.
Yeah, that scaffolding.
So yeah, I
on the
just kind of
wheels.
strolled him around everywhere.
Yeah, and I was just up there.
just yeah.
My arm hurt so bad for like 3 days. Like
I
my
had to-
shoulder and my arm I was tore up.
I had to throw those shoes that I was wearing away because they were all black. Everything was black. Like all the clothes I was wearing was black.
Yeah, it was all
so,
black. Yeah.
Another question coming in from Jamal says, so when I play DDR, do I need to wear a mask?
We're recommending that you wear a mask.
It's not enforced.
But yeah,
It's-
we can't
it's-
require
it's not
it.
required.
Yeah, employees will have masks.
Employees will have a mask.
Mhm.
It's almost like a restaurant. Like I understand you're probably going to be breathing hard and doing stuff like that, so
Yeah.
you probably won't have to wear a mask. But I mean,
I wear a mask 6 to 7 hours a day.
yeah.
And
at HEB,
one of the good
But
things
you're not playing DDR.
Dang.
So.
I put.
We feel bad for you.
And one of the good things that we
hard.
did add to the dance machines is we added floor fans, like
Yes.
the
Oh, yeah,
3-foot floor fans. So anybody who came here and played our DDR and our Pump It Up and anything like that beforehand, we do have large fans now.
Yeah,
so you shouldn't be sweating excrucive.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah,
You're still
you shouldn't
gonna
be
sweat
sweating too
on that
much and stuff.
thing.
But
Yeah, we added some like 4-foot oscillating, but we just locked them, so they just,
So
blow
yeah, it'll
straight.
be a lot cooler. But yeah, so no, technically you do not need to wear a mask at all for that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Almost like when you eat, you don't wear a mask when you eat. So.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like-
but where are we eating after this, by the way?
Oh, are we eating?
Yeah.
Chewy, where are you
Pizza.
treating to us?
Like always.
Pizza. Wings. Chewy's paying.
Yep, Chewy's paying.
Sanjay, awesome.
Last one here, first one to pay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds fair.
That's why we invited her. We knew she woke up and usually wakes up late, so yeah.
But thank you
Sure.
for being here.
Yeah, thank
Um,
Okay, so real quick, I know that we're opening up on the 10th, but we still do have private events. We still do have birthdays, and this Saturday, once again, we are doing Club COVID
Yeah.
with
that's a-
DJ X.
That's
in
a
the
private
house.
event that he's doing on his own, and we're letting. He's gonna go live from here with his DJ, his live. So he actually just DJs here live and throws it out on Facebook. and-
Club COVID.
Yeah, he gets quite a few live.
That's what he calls
viewers.
it, right? Did
Yeah,
he named it Club COVID?
Yeah, because he was actually worked for a hotel or something like that, or a timeshare, and they laid him off during the thing, and he was a DJ, so he just started DJing like every day, and he started getting like this huge following, and like he'll
Wow.
get 100 or 200 live viewers.
A
of
miracle
his-
in a pandemic.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
And
We'd
so
love
it
to
was
see
like legit, like everyone's like chiming in. He's got like the Cochina crew is like some people that follow. It's really fun. It's awesome. And it's really funny, but it's cool. Like
Cochina
yeah, like
They'll be here too. They'll be here.
they follow him around and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
All right, so yeah, just wanted to throw that quick shout out there. Do I have anything else?
And that might be something that we pursue in the future with him,
Yeah.
or really with anybody, like kind of like an after hours,
that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
kind of like
That'd be
private,
fun.
a
I
private.
mean, we
thing.
are going to sell beer.
At some point, we're gonna sell
Heck
beer.
yeah.
I mean, if you can see right behind me with my webcam, it's pretty much a dance floor now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to pick all the chairs up.
Yeah. But that'd be cool. I think having like an after hours or,
Yeah.
like a late night,
Yeah.
DJ or something for the end of the night, like a 10 to 12 kind of thing on a Saturday
Yeah.
or something
We
when
can
we're
call it PP After Dark. Pixel Portal, get it?
Need a taco truck.
Oh my God, a taco truck. Are you hungry?
Oh, dude. No, a taco truck
I'm
would
always
smack.
hungry.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But then
right?
what
Even
about
though-
our
Yeah, but we sell pizza.
Well,
so
you guys, I can make street tacos.
so we can have we'll just convert our
Microwave-
Pixel
are
Portal
these
truck.
Gonna be microwavable like street tacos?
I can make tacos.
Let's just convert the
How'd you
Pixel
know?
Portal truck into a Pixel Portal mobile.
Oh, dude.
Oh
Fix
my
the portal on the road.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bring like 2-3 cabinets, throw it in there, and then the food, and then we'll just set up a couple cabinets right outside, just wherever we go.
We're ready for some guacamole.
Guacamole.
Genius.
Have all the names of all the
You know
foods.
he's
in-
had that joke lined up
Yeah,
for a
you
while.
were saving
I
that.
did. I just
He's
saw
like,
it.
I'm waiting for
I
you.
was like, right now. She's a taco truck, and I was like,
You know, on that, what's your stance on gaming buses? Buses that have like,
Those are fun.
Is it gaming buses?
You never seen
Yeah.
those?
you never heard of those?
as a business, or
You-
just
you
what
can
I
rent
think
them for
about
birthdays.
it.
In general, do you like
Yeah.
them? Do you
Haven't
think
heard
they're
that.
cool? You think it's weird?
It-
I've never been a fan
They
because the motion
basically have
sickness.
TVs and
So-
consoles set up like
Yeah.
in a
Inside a
bus.
bus, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can sit in the back and
Yeah,
that
you
they're
can
like
sit there and
table
play.
lit out.
Do you
Usually
like,
they're
is it
like-
like travel too? Like you
Yeah,
travel
yeah,
and
Yeah,
play?
they're
It's
like
not just
around
they
like
sit
airport
down.
buses,
So
like a
you
big
can rent it
airport
with your
bus.
friends and y'all can just
Yeah.
play games while they drive around.
Yeah, it's like an airport bus. Like
I've
a
never
big-
liked it because of
20
motion
passenger
sickness.
or whatever.
Same reason why I never liked
Yeah.
the party bus.
Too much motion.
I'm gonna throw up. Hold on, wait. I can't breathe.
It's like, wow, those
Mom's dinner.
that gameplay is so good. He's throwing up over there. Yeah, that's not the gameplay.
I don't like the
That
live
game is
rumble
crazy.
feature.
Those graphics got him throwing up.
Hey, those graphics are sick.
So, yeah,
Pun intended.
I don't really have a. I think it's good for a birthday party or whatever. Like somebody's. I've seen like the game trailers too, where they pull up at your house and you go inside and you play the games or whatever, and you get off and it's like for a birthday party. I just never saw it as a business opportunity. I just don't see the.
I see. So another question. This is for Mark. Do you see yourself entering into the world of esports? You know,
Abs-
like eventually
absolutely.
sponsoring players under the Pixel moniker and stuff like that.
I could see that.
See that? Any idea? Like,
You trying to get sponsored?
I was about to
Is
say,
it-
what are you trying to say?
I'm already sponsored.
Who are you
Right.
sponsored by?
Current esports.
Oh,
If
plug
you're
him.
watching, I love you, Izzy. That's my sponsor. His name's
Yeah.
Cloudy. He's a great guy.
Izzy.
He
Izzy's
did.
cool.
He
I met
did.
Izzy.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
helped
Izzy's
us
cool.
out with Young and
Young
Rooted.
and rooted.
Yeah, we did a
Yeah, we
tournament
reached
here,
out to him to be a guest as well.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
working on that one next.
He'll definitely be down
Izzy,
for
we're
that.
gonna get you on here, bro.
If you're here, once again, thank you for sponsoring me. Sorry,
And it
thank
may
you for
be
not
something-
dropping me. I
it
should
may
have been
be
dropped a long time ago.
It may be something where I don't start my own like like esports,
Yeah.
business or whatever. But I don't mind maybe
Dipping your toe in the water.
dipping my toe or getting my label out there if I'm able to jump on with someone else as
Yeah, I
a team
see
or
you.
whatever.
Because
And-
keep in mind, we're
PPE
we're big-
sports.
I was thinking PPA because PP sounds gross.
Right. People.
You don't want to be known as the guy sponsored by PP. You know what I mean?
Right.
Come on. How's that gonna work out for you in the gaming world? Be like,
As long as you're wearing a shirt that says Pixel Portal,
That-
they'll
this-
understand.
Oh, no,
This
it stands
goes
for
back to
Pixel
the gamer
Portal.
tags.
Yeah,
This
the
goes
gamer
back to the
tag,
gamer
yeah.
tags.
Gamer tags
conversation
are a
we
whole
had.
other story.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
but I'm just saying because I mean it's a big city.
Yeah.
A lot of great talent here. I know only 3 of us in this city are actually like sponsored. Me, Joe Pan, and Megafox.
Right.
Other than that, you got top players like Giddy. Once again, dip into the Smash realm. You got Giddy. You got Raleigh. There's a lot of great players, great people as well that could benefit from that extra.
I will say this, like
esports.
I'm a huge supporter of the community. I really believe, like, in this stuff. Like I didn't have this when I played video games.
Yeah.
We didn't have
Yeah.
competition. What we did have was at the arcade. Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I remember putting my quarter on the glass
Back in the 70s.
for a line of like 10, 15 people. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Dude, I used to enter tournaments at Blockbuster, like when they had Super Nintendo.
I miss Blockbuster.
Yeah, I would
That's
actually
what's
enter tournaments at Blockbuster, like on Donkey Kong and Mario.
You know what? I'm going to tell you a story. Greatest arcade story I have ever, okay? Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. It was actually at Diversions on Calabria. I think it was Diversions on Calabria. Or maybe Rocky. I don't remember. It was one of those arcades. I was
Probably
like,
Rocky J's.
I was in high school. Anyways, these 2 guys were going at it. And, I mean, they had maybe done like 10 matches. And there's like a crowd of people around them. I had just got there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so I'm kind of watching. I'm in the back. And this guy, like, he loses. And the guy finishes him off. And, like, it was right. It was a
It was
total.
hype, yeah.
It was a total brutality. Everyone's like, oh. And the other guy gets so mad. They had all these bar stools there. He freaking broke the glass on the game with the bar stool.
He
was
rage
so
quit?
pissed. He raged. That was like rage quitting back in the day. I was like, I just remember thinking like, oh my God, it's fantastic. I mean, now I would be like, don't break my glass on my game. But I mean,
Chill,
like,
paid for this. Like,
yeah, but like at that time I was like, oh my God, this is
But
like
isn't
the
that the
greatest thing
beauty
ever.
of gaming? Just like those, yeah, albeit that's a
Sometimes.
bad pop-off. That's
Yeah,
a bad
that's a
rage.
bad pop-off.
But that's a story you could talk about
Yeah.
for literally the rest of your life.
And
Yeah.
that's some skill too. To
Yeah.
break a TV on an arcade
It was
cabinet,
those
it's like
metal bar stools,
CRTs.
and he was pissed. He was
Jammed it
mad.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am a big supporter of the community because I didn't have this when I was a kid, and I really enjoy it. I watch esports on TV. I mean, I don't know everyone's name, but I do enjoy it. I enjoy the competition and seeing all the people get excited about it. Like, I love it. So that's why I'm doing all this. That's why I'm getting all this stuff and trying to make the production value better. And I
Yeah.
absolutely would help, like, someone if I feel like they're strong enough to go somewhere. Let's talk. I mean, maybe I'll get you there.
That's
a plane
cool.
ticket.
I
or
want to know your
hotel or
stance
whatever.
on it if you would,
Yeah.
if you would be willing
Yeah,
to do it. So that's
We've
good.
talked about it a couple times before, to be
Yeah, we've
honest
had
with you.
these conversations in our, in
This
our
is something that we, yeah,
meetings and
I think
stuff.
we
Gabbah
even
already
talked
had
to
like a
couple
business plan laid out. So,
And then
if
now-
you sponsor me here, like,
right.
And then now, as your
So there's a
TO,
tournament
I could
coming up.
possibly recommend you some players, people
Okay,
that I
cool.
know that will, you all will benefit. Top
Right.
players, the only person that can come to mind when I think of that deserves a sponsor is Giddy.
Yeah.
Nick,
Giddy?
you're a
Think
great,
so?
you're a great person. He's so good. And that man travels everywhere.
Yeah.
He was at Detroit with me for Frostbite. And he was on stage.
That's
Played
awesome.
against
But
one
is
of the
he
top
good?
Pokemon. He's really good. He's number 2 in San Antonio.
But did you die?
He's okay. keep in mind, he's the first person since I'm gonna dip into a little bit of the old Smash San Antonio history. I'm not from San Antonio. I'm a Laredo player, but I mean we all know about all this stuff.
Yeah.
So Giddy is the first player, at least the only known player that since I've been here, since SB and all the old Smash 4 old gens, to consistently beat Megafox.
Oh, really?
And as you all know, Megafox is just
Yeah, Megafox is number one in San
indestructible.
Antonio.
There's no chink in his armor. That man's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm always like right here, and then he trashes me. I'm like right there though. Like I know it. I'm like I can beat this guy.
He's like over there like
He
on his
just lets
phone
you
letting
think
you
I
you're
can
get
beat
close.
him, and he's like,
All right,
okay,
that's
fine.
enough.
I think
He's
he's
done
just
it
he's
before.
playing with you, bro. He lets you get there and like,
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
I
like,
watched
"Nope, go
him.
back."
I watched him play you, and he like goes live on like Facebook. and he's
Facebook.
like, yeah, all right, watch this. I'm gonna smash.
I think, isn't that the reason why he wanted to stream, just so he can show how much he's just dominating
Just show
everybody
how
in
easy
San
it is
Antonio?
for him,
Probably,
and how
yeah.
he doesn't break a sweat. He's like, it's too easy for
And
me.
some people, it's just natural.
Yeah.
They got their frame counts down. They've grinded hard enough to
I'll-
get to that
and
point,
San
that
Antonio,
level.
San Antonio, albeit compared to Laredo, San Antonio is a city of grinders. People here
Yeah.
like they practice. In
I'll tell
Laredo,
you-
we would practice, but it was more like a group thing. It was more like a casual, let's have fun, but let's also practice kind of thing.
more serious.
Yeah, and
I
here
really-
it's more like, no, I got to get better. Let's
I
play.
really enjoyed the
Let's
Young
play.
and Rooted because it was
Oh,
cool to
man,
see
yeah.
Young and Rooted was
the
fun.
valley.
There was
and,
so many
other
people here.
I was plastered.
There
by
was
like
2
2
people
p.m.
from
that day.
Alabama, right, or something like that. Like,
Was there?
yeah,
We
there
had a
was
couple
2
people from.
And all around
No,
Texas.
Louisiana.
I mean,
Louisiana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Louisiana,
Louisiana.
something
like that.
I mean,
Louisiana.
Dallas, Houston, Austin, Laredo.
And keep in mind, that
Paso.
event, I didn't think it was going to be that big. I didn't think.
yeah,
Till
I mean, we had an
It was
idea that
standing
it was
room
yeah,
only in
yeah.
here. I
We
was
didn't
at
know it was
my
going to be that big
occupancy,
either.
yeah, it was-
and then
it was
our
pretty
man,
crazy.
our man Joey from Austin, once again, arguably the best TO we have in Texas, right next to Krebs, and that man came in clutch. He brought us 100-some players.
Yeah.
Big event, wonderful
It was
event.
awesome.
It was fun. We had a really
was cool.
exciting.
I wanna
top
do
eight.
another one of
And
those
shout
so
out
bad.
to Experience Church once again for
Yes.
helping us
Yeah.
put that on.
Big Awesome. shot.
Yeah,
Young and Rooted.
Experience
That's
Church,
the name of the
Young and
church,
Rooted
right?
Youth Group.
Yeah, okay.
Good
Because I
people,
was
good
wondering, I
church.
was like, why did he name it Young and Rooted? And I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was after the youth group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
They
a-
came to us. They came to us
Yeah, they
real
approached
early
us.
and was just like, hey, we want to do something for our youth
They
group.
walked- yeah, they walked around
what
the portal and
what
they
can
were
we
like,
do?
wow.
They were
We're
the
like-
one. They were the ones selling the cookies and
Yeah.
everything.
And we were like, well, we
I
have
bought, like,
tournaments,
7
and they're
cookies
like,
that day.
they're like, you can do tournaments, and we're like, yeah, well, we could put together a tournament, and they're like, okay, and then we just started talking, and then next thing you know, it was just it was
And
here.
just
Shout
shout
out
out,
to regional and
shout out
everything.
to all the people that showed up and brought
Yeah.
their set.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. I loved
And
it.
it,
Cheyenne wasn't
albeit-
here for that though. She's
Cheyenne was
like,
not
Not
here.
She wasn't a gamer then. That's why.
But imagine this whole building is standing
packed,
Yeah.
room,
Literally,
like
everyone
shoulder
was
to
just standing
shoulder.
there was a
like,
butt
yeah.
in every chair. It was like Fiesta in here. Like, oh, sorry.
Yeah,
excuse
it
me.
really
The
was,
cool
yeah.
thing, my favorite part was all the seats were filled watching
Yeah.
matches up here.
Yeah.
What I would like to happen from now on every Wednesday is I'm gonna have a crowd here. I'm gonna make sure there's people watching.
Yeah.
But having that, for
And
that
we're gonna-
regional, it was fun.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make sure we up the quality and stuff for in here too. You
Yeah,
know,
and
so
that
like
was
if
just
you're
like a-
watching it here, it's not gonna just be entertainment, like for the stream and everything.
It'll be for all people.
It's gonna be up on the TVs.
Right.
The sound. It should be good.
And
And with the
that was just like a
headphones and everything
testing.
too.
Yeah.
Now the commentators can be a little bit more vocal, whereas the people on stage shouldn't be able to hear it, kind of thing. We're gonna get, and we got the room getting all set up over there. So
Looks beautiful, Cody. Looks beautiful.
that's him. That's him
Looks
right
beautiful,
now.
Mark.
A lot
You're
of work.
beautiful.
A lot of work, but I'm excited to get there, man.
We'll get there, man.
Yes, I'm super excited for
I'm
all.
excited
like,
for this next chapter of
Yeah.
Pixel
It's gonna
Portal.
be-
Oh yeah,
Check.
yeah. With all the
Pixel
new, with
Portal
all the new
Chapter
stuff,
2.
Chapter
dude,
2.
the new clone
Post-COVID.
hero.
Post-COVID.
Yeah,
reboot.
post-COVID. Yeah, all the modded systems that we have. There's just
Rebuilding.
so much
The
to
rebuilding
explore.
period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, like when I first got here, when I came on y'all's trial night, that first
Yeah.
Oh, we had
Oh,
demo
that's
nights.
right.
That's right.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had
Demo
demo
nights.
nights before we even opened up. We're like, you know what? We're cool with most of the Smash community and players. Let's just have a free night, a demo night. Let them play, get a feel for it, and then
Right.
we
And
know
I
what we
was-
need to work with.
I was with somebody at the time, and I was like, "Hey, let's go to the demo. Let's try it out." And she was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Hold on, wait." So I'm over here like calling Beatbox because he wasn't answering. I was
Yeah,
like, "Hey,
Beatbox Joe helped set it up. So thank
He's
you.
a good
Yeah,
person.
thank
I was
you.
like, "Hey, real quick before I go, is alcohol allowed?" he's like, "Let me ask."
I get the
He's
message.
like, "Let me ask."
He's
And
just
then
a
he was like, "Ask X." And I messaged you, right? Or he messaged you.
Both of y'all
Yeah.
did.
I was like, "Hey, is it cool if I?" He's like, "Yeah, go ahead, man." I was like, "All right, cool, bet."
Go ahead.
So I went, I stopped at HEB and I showed up, and there was a good amount of people here. People were walking around, people were playing.
We had 30, I think.
30
on our first,
something.
That's a
our
good amount,
first
but I
demo
was
night,
just like, "Yo, I like this venue." And I think I went up to you and I was telling you about the stage, and I was like, "Yo, we could do some cool things on
Yeah.
this stage." Like,
That was
really
that.
badass.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I
almost,
remember that. Yeah,
That was a long time
demo
ago.
nights.
It was a
yeah.
long time ago,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, initially,
I was so nervous demo night.
Initially. You want me to write it down?
Gross. Let me write the word first and let me sound it out. Initially, I was just like, okay, I like this place. This is a
Webster's
nice place.
Dictionary said you screwed that up. Just so you know.
Get my, yeah. But yeah, like I like this place, and it was a hope of mine that I'll one day be able to run tournaments if y'all ever needed
There
it.
you go.
And now y'all need it.
Well, no.
And
The
my prayer-
opportunity's here.
Prayers answered.
I'm here.
But yeah, that initial demo night was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was cool.
nerve-wracking though, because it was like, what are people gonna think? And then now that it's been been open and stuff like that, it's just
Yeah.
That was I think that was my biggest,
awesome.
like, my own personal, like, insecurity. Like, man, are people going to like it here? Are they going to?
Oh, everybody loved
Yeah,
it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
We'll
the,
find
I
out.
think
My
the
mom-
suggestions we got that night, like, oh, you need to sign on the bathroom. Like, yeah, we know.
My mom was like,
Like we're not open to the public yet. This is just a demo. This is just like a
I know,
demo
right?
night. Yeah.
Yeah, we
when I
did-
first moved here, my mom wanted me to open up a shop, and she's like, let's open up a shop. She's like, well, like your own little gaming thing, and I was just like, first of all, no, because I'm gonna be the only one in charge, and I'm not down for that. Like, not that it's too much responsibility. I'm not down for that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's not what I want. I would love to help. And she said, well, help me. I was like, no, I don't want to help you. I was like, you don't know anything about games. I should walk
Dang.
by.
She just wanted to jump in the.
She'll walk by and I'm playing COD. She's like, "Oh my God, is that Fortnite?" I was like, I hate you.
Okay, boomer.
Mom, Meatloaf, right? Get out of here, Mom.
Mom, get out of my room.
Meatloaf, ma, meatloaf.
It's almost about that time now, guys. So I do want to, I guess, start wrapping it up. But I do want to say another thing I'm excited for, aside from Pixel, because I'm a sports guy and I have to say it.
Say it.
God.
Say it.
Football, bro.
I thought the
Football?
NBA is coming back.
I mean, the NBA's cool. No,
31st?
dude,
Yeah,
football.
I thought the Spurs were playing next week.
I think so.
Right.
Spurs are part of the 22 teams that are going to be coming back.
On the 31st.
Well, that is cool too. No, I am happy about the NBA, but they announced football's coming back. It's 100 days now. There's an actual countdown. The NFL's
Until it
coming
gets
back.
canceled again
Atlanta's
or
gonna win the
something.
Super Bowl.
Dude, I'm just
Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Atlanta.
You
The
know,
Falcons?
You know what was a big
the
deal?
ones
Dude,
that
who
blew the
are you?
They blew a 28-3 lead. Atlanta.
I wasn't alive at the time. I was a long time back. We're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
We did. I
Did
remember
y'all
when
get
the-
anybody good in the draft?
Yeah, we got a good player.
Who? You don't even know.
You don't even know his
We got
name.
we got a lineman.
Way to put him on the spot.
But you know what? You know what was awesome?
He's the one that
is,
I'm not in
in.
football mode right now.
is during the day we would have the games on.
Yeah, we would
And
have the
dude,
games
there-
on.
There would be all
UFC,
kinds of people
yeah.
sitting.
And we're
over
still
there,
gonna
like,
do that.
watching the
Yeah, we're
game.
still gonna do that. Yeah.
100%.
Opening day, it's gonna be packed.
If
But
I'm working
if
here
the N-
Sundays, we're having football
If
on
the
the
NBA is
TV.
coming back, then we will definitely be doing NBA events.
Opening
then.
night?
Yeah.
Reopening night.
And you have
reopening
UFC too.
UFC, for
UFC
sure.
Saturday
Yeah.
nights.
pay-per-views.
Whenever there's UFC fights.
And there's so much we can do here.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I keep saying we like I'm part of the
You're
team.
part of the team.
Well,
not part of the
you're
team.
part of the team now, bro.
Where's my Pixel shirt? I don't have it. She called me out earlier. She's like, "Where's your shirt?"
Mhm.
don't
Man,
know.
you're getting caught out by like the new girl.
Right?
Got your bad.
Damn.
I don't know.
Shows
Did
up-
you buy
I
one
guess
yet?
You're the new
I
low
know,
man on totem
seriously.
Buy
pole.
one right now. Jeez.
Jesus,
Man.
man.
Shows up late, has the most.
Gotta earn your
attitude.
stripes, bro.
Hey, at least I'm in our gear.
That's fair.
Nice.
I am
gonna
too.
buy
It's
it,
just
like-
underneath my Spurs gear.
And she called it gear.
Gear.
Baby Yoda.
So, all right.
Alright.
So
Alright.
we're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank Gabbah for coming out, and
Thank you, Gabbah.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you guys for having me
and
on.
thank you,
Appreciate it.
Cheyenne.
Thanks, Cheyenne, for
coming,
waking
and-
up.
Yeah, for waking
Chewy,
up
chewy.
Yeah.
before 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Yes, thank you. And I thought it was a good show, guys. Good job.
Good job. Good job, everybody. Wing Daddies.
Okay.
gosh.
And until next time, guys.
Until
next
next
podcast,
next time.
next Friday, 1 p.m. Tune in.
Thank you guys.
All righty.
Take
See
care.
ya.
Have a good one.